All right. Before I start, let me give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakudash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all great Akim wa Akwath, learning, teaching truth and sincerity. This is your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. All right, just gonna let it run for a second. Make sure we're good. All right, and basically, as you see from the title, this video is going to be about what is the meaning of the word radical. All right, because a couple weeks ago, the Spirit hopped on me to look at it, and I went and looked it up, and it has a different meaning from how the media uses it. All right, the true meaning is a word, or the true meaning has a meaning that we're going to properly use in its context in the scriptures. All right, because now, even though I'm gonna break down the actual meaning of the word, don't run around. I'm just bringing it out for truth's sake, because this guy E, hey, Shalom, brother GMS, we got next. Hey, Shalom. This guy E, he'll take words and put such a negative connotation on it to where even if we do bring out the true meaning, if we were to brand ourselves as it, it would make us look bad in the eyes of the public, such as the word cult. Cult literally just meaning a group, but we don't call ourselves cultists because it would give off, these motherfuckers are bugged out in the world. Another word, Lucifer or Luciferian, literally meaning light bearer. All right, now we don't, you have those guys down a couple years back, a couple of guys that bugged out from the Florida camp, because the apostles were bringing out the definition of the word. So regardless, I'm going to bring out the definition of this word and bring out scriptures to back it up. But to prevent these people in the world from bugging out on you, you don't have to go around calling yourself a radical. All right, so let's look at the word, even though in a sense we are radical, right? I got the etymology online. All right, radical says from the late 14th century in medieval philosophical sense, from late Latin radicalis, of or having roots. All right, from a Latin radicus, root, branch, root, meaning going to the origin, essential. All right, so the word radical actually means root, going to the root, going to the origin, the branch. All right, in which here in this truth, us being the Israelites, that's what we're doing. We're going back to the origin. We're going back to what? The ways of old, the ways of the East, the ways of our forefathers. Job, is that Job 8:8? Or is I'm tripping? Yep, Job 8:8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. All right, so we're actually going back to the origin, to our heritage. All right, and that's the actual true meaning of the word radical, to go back to the origin, to go back let me get that word up again. It says branch, root, root going to the origin, essential. All right, so the word itself actually means you're of the original, you going back, which is why, and I'm gonna read it further down. When I say E, I'm talking about Esau Edom. He likes to throw those words on people who deviate from societal norms. He calls us radical because we deviate from this Barbie doll land that he set up. He went and completely twisted and flipped the word. So when we say that we're radical, people think that we're bugged out, or they're crazy, they believe in that. When all it means is going back to the root. And it's a common tactic of the devil. What does he do? Isaiah real quick. Isaiah, is that Isaiah 10? Isaiah 10 and 20? 10 and 1, or is it 5 and 20? Isaiah 5 and 20. Yep, it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. All right, and so this is what E has done. He took this word among many words and switched them utterly. So now when you think of the word, you're thinking of some crazy bugged out guy with a big beard holding TNT in one hand, a Quran in the other hand, you know, and with a bomb vest on, and that's not even that word don't got nothing to do with that. All right, it don't got nothing to do with that. But there goes E again. Uh, so we're gonna keep going on it. Once again, you know, etymology online. The word radical. The second paragraph, it says political sense, a reformist. All right, matter of fact, let's look at that word reform, because what are we trying to reform to? What are we trying to reform? Reform, 1300 centuries. What it says, to convert into another and better form, to rebuild, reconstruct. All right, to form again, change, transform. So through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we're trying to reform you, get you to come back to the ways of the old, get you to come back to the ways of your ancestors. But E doesn't want that. So now he's labeled us in a derogatory format. All right. Wow. Actually, for this word reform, right, on the second paragraph, right around here, it says meaning to bring a person away from an evil course of life. All right, it says it was recorded from early 15th centuries of governments and institutions. Wow, you know, so we're trying to reform you. We're trying to bring you back from an evil course of life, which is what the majority of this world is involved in, which is why when you pull yourself away from this wicked world, what do they consider you? Oh, nigga, you weird, nigga. Oh, nigga, you lame. You know how Jake is. All right, that's what Esau will call. That's what a nigga will call you. He'll call you lame or weird, which I did a video a couple months back on the word weird, and it's actually a good thing to be called weird. All right, the elect will get called weird. All right, go look up the etymology on that word. All right, so 1 Peter 4, you know, these motherfuckers make fun of us because we're trying to step back from the evil life, right? 1 Peter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 2. It says that he no longer should live the rest of his life the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of Yahweh. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. So right there, these people make fun of us and they clown us because we're trying to turn away from the evil course of life. So what terms do they throw on us, y'all? Extremists, radicalists, the fucker vocab. Hebrew Israelism. You know, he likes to throw that bullshit around. They come up with all these terms to demonize us because we're stepping out of the wicked world. All right, let's come back to that word radical. So once again, it's said in a political sense, a reformist. It says via notion of change from the roots. It says, let's see, jumping down. Meaning unconventional is from 1921. Youth slang use is from 1983. From 19 surfers, slang meaning at the limits of control. So as you see in the 1920s, 80s, and 70s, the term began to change. All right, unconventional, at the limits of control, you know, so yeah, right there. So it didn't start getting changed until, you know, modern era, if you will, 1900s and whatnot. And now we're well into the 2000s. And what's one of the first things that they'll slander us with? Oh, y'all are radical. Radical about what? You don't even know what the fuck the word means. None of these people, man. The average person, 95% of the words that come out their mouth, they don't know. They literally don't know the meaning of, especially Americans. Which is why our apostles make it a very heavy thing to look some of these daggone words up, man. Motherfuckers be slandering us all type of ways and don't even know half the meaning of the words coming out their vain tongues, you know. So yeah, in a sense, we are radical in the sense that we're going back to that root. And who is the root? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, it's time for Jacob to do what? That's Hosea. All right, we're going back and seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Hosea. What's this real quick? Okay, yeah, Hosea. Slaki, y'all. I know it's right here in front of me. There we go. Hosea, I want to say 3. Yep. Okay, yeah, Hosea 3 and 5. It says, afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek Yahweh Bahashum Yahushai their power and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. All right, so this is what we're doing. This is how we are reforming. We are turning from the sins and the BS of this world, and we are becoming radical in the sense that we are seeking out the root of our origin. All right, are we African Americans? No. Are we, are the Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters? Are y'all Latinos? No. Are y'all Native Americans? No. You are an Israelite. All right. I forget who I was watching earlier today. I can't even remember, but they tell the brother Rakawa Kwam out of London, right? The elder brother. They like to say that Gad and Reuben, Northern Kingdom Latinos, that they're Asians. Well, they're a tribe of Asian that's walked across fucking America, when it was a Bering Strait, all that bullshit, because of the fact that Gad and Reuben, they didn't have a whole lot of written down records. They mainly did oral tradition. You can read the book of James Adair, The History of Native American Indians. Gad and Reuben over here kept a lot of oral tradition, more so than handwritten. That's why it's hard to find a lot of history on them. So, but with that being said, you don't hear no oral traditions of them talking about, oh yeah, we're actually Asians, y'all. Yeah, we walked. No, the traditions. What do you get? They said they came by boats, and that's in the scriptures. They said I did the video the other day. They have the Los Lunas stones. They have writings here in the Hebrew. There's no recordings here of the Northern Kingdom tribes having anything to do with no Asians. No way, no. You don't see Gook writing nowhere. All right, but once again, this is how, when we bring up these things that are outside of the norm of what we've been taught in school, we're considered crazy. We're considered out of our mind, or we're bugged out. But we're not the ones who are bugged out. Y'all are the ones who are bugged out. The Spirit, matter of fact, Joel now, all right? The Spirit is down here on the earth, and it's pouring out, and y'all are just mad because the Israelites are woken back up. Joel 2 and 28. Yep. And it shall come to pass that afterward I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. All right. So the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has made us radical. It has made us turn to Him. It has made us turn and seek the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. All right. So we are not, we're not, when you think of the word, we're not walking around with bombs strapped to us. That don't got nothing to do with us. That don't got nothing to do with us. That is a fabrication that E has come up with once again to demonize anything that is right and holy. All right, if he can't, what's the word? Categorize it, put it in his little white man box, and he loves to point the finger at it. All right. So once again, this was that word. This was that word radical on Etymology Online. So reading off the definitions again, says what? Of or having roots, branch, root, going to the origin, essential. All right, a reformist. And as we went and looked at that word reformist, one of the definitions, it says let me click back on it. That word reformist. To bring away from an evil course of life. All right. So all we're teaching our people to do is to come away from their evil course of life. All right. To seek out your origin, to return, all right, to that which is, as it said, essential. What's essential to an Israelite? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, that's your matter of fact, Isaiah. And well, I'll probably end it on this if nothing else comes to mind. Real short video. Hey, it's the Spirit that's guiding us. The Spirit hit our apostles and their elders. It hit our apostles. It hit the brothers that's over us, and now it's hit us. All right, Isaiah. Shoot. It's a little wonky in it. Um, 28. Yep, Isaiah 28. Mental cloud. This is 20. Wait a minute, I'm tripping. 30. Isaiah 30. That's why it's sloppy, y'all. Isaiah 30 and 20. It says, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. All right, so the Spirit is upon us, leading us back to our origin, leading us back to our roots. All right, why do you think the whole book of Hebrews existed? Matter of fact, let me see. Just double check something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, why do you think the book of Hebrews existed? He was reminding them, all right, he was stirring them up. What's that scripture, man? I just reminded, stir up, shit. Though you once knew this, is that Jude? Though you once knew this, I believe that's Jude, the first couple of verses. Jude. Slucky, y'all. I didn't have nothing prepared. I was just rolling with it. I believe. Okay, not that one. Jude 1 and 5 remembers. Oh yeah, no. Yep, this is it. Yeah, Slucky. Jude 1 and 5. It says, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. All right, so now it's time to return to that which we knew. All right, that is the path and the keys to salvation, and E doesn't want us having any association with it whatsoever. Hey, Psalms 83, they said, let us cut them off from being a people. All right, E has tried to separate us from our root, from our origin, and now we've gone back to it. We've become radical. All right, so I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Bakakurash, the honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations. To all the way to Akim wa Akwa, learning, teaching, truth, and sincerity. Say Shalom.